Okay, students, so today we will be starting, we will be ending the chapter, the number systems. Okay, it's the last portion of the chapter of number systems, the real numbers, or you, whatever you can say, or rational numbers, irrational numbers. The last chapter, last part of the number system, that is the last exercise, you can also say, that is exercise number 1.6, you can say, exercise 1.6, you can say, the sums related to exercise 1.6. okay, those sums are based on these laws of exponents. Okay, I think you people have come across these laws earlier in earlier classes. Okay, but still I will be revising these laws for you. Okay, so see, what are the laws? The first law is a to the power m into a to the power n. This a are the two same numbers. Okay, a and a both are same numbers, but the powers are not same. Powers are different. It may be same, it may be different. M and n. Okay, if they happen to be in multiplication, that means their powers will be added. It's a rule. When bases are same and there are some powers, suppose like this, 2 to the power 1 into 2 to the power 2. So what will happen? 2 to the power 1 plus 2. See, 1 and 2 gets added. Why? Because 2 and 2 are same. The bases are same. That's why. Okay. Next comes the a to the power m divided by a to the power n. Just like that, 2 to the power 2 by 2 to the power 1. Okay. See, bases are same, so powers will be subtracted actually. So 2 to the power 2 minus 1. So upper power minus lower power. That happens actually. Okay. Upper power is 2. Minus lower power is 1, so it's actually 2 to the power 1. Understood? Now the third law is a to the power minus n equal to 1 by a to the power n. Let's say 2 to the power minus 3, so it's actually equal to 1 by 2 to the power 3. Okay, from here actually it comes that any number to the power is minus 1, it's actually 1 by that number to the power 1. Even we don't write to the power 1 because something to the power 1 is that thing only. To the power 1 is 2 only. Okay, so we don't write that to the power 1. So from this equation, from this formula number 3, we can get this one, that a to the power minus 1 equals to 1 by a. That is the reciprocal. Okay, next comes the number 4. Number 4 is anything to the power 0 is equal to 1. Okay, any number, take any number, make it to the power of 0, this thing will be equal to 1. Okay, now one thing you have to be careful of, this thing doesn't mean anything. Okay, this thing is not possible. 0 to the power 0, only the exception is this is not possible. Okay, a big not possible for this one, 0 to the power 0. Any number you can take, any negative number also you can take to the power, raise it to the power 0, it will be 1. Okay, but not 0. Just be careful about that. The base shouldn't be 0. The exponent is 0, but the base shouldn't be 0. Okay, 0 to the power 0 has no meaning in this world. Now see, a to the power m whole to the power n equal to a to the power mn. See, powers get multiplied if the powers are within and outside the bracket. Let's see, 2 to the power 4 whole to the power 3. See, this 4 and 3 will get multiplied. So 2 to the power 12. It will be 2 to the power 12. Okay. Next, ab whole to the power n equal to a to the power n into b to the power n. Let's see, 2 into 3 whole to the power 5. Let's take the example. Okay, so what will happen is the 5 will be attached with the power of 2 and 3 will be attached to the power of 3. So 2 to the power 5 into 3 to the power 5. Okay, like that. But this won't happen if it was like this, 2 plus 3 whole to the power 5. Then this thing is not equal to 2 to the power 5 plus 3 to the power 5. Okay, this is not equal to. Just don't forget this one. It only happens if there is a multiplication or division in between. Okay, not for plus and minus. For plus and minus, this thing can't happen. Okay, this thing can't happen. For see, I have given a not equal to sign, but over here I have given an equal to sign. Okay, just be careful about that. Next comes is the same thing, 2 by 3 whole to the power, suppose I raise the power as 5. Okay, so this becomes actually 2 to the power 5 divided by 3 to the power 5. Okay, because it's division actually. Okay, next comes is this formula, the ending formula, the last formula you can say. So 2 to the power suppose 2 by 3, let's say 2 to the power 2 by 3. So what happens is you give a root, take the base under the root. Okay, and what root will it be? This will be mentioned by this denominator. What root will it be? This will be mentioned by this denominator. So it is 3, and you know that if 3 is present in the v of this root, then it is the cube root actually, cube root. Okay, because this 3 is in the v of the root, so the denominator actually goes to the v of the root. That means it's a cube root, and this numerator will go to the square of the base. Sorry, not the square, the power of the base. Okay, so it will look like this. See, this format and this format, try to match it. It is a to the power m by n is nth root of a to the power m. See, I am calling it nth root, okay, nth root of a to the power m. Over here it's third root. Third root also is known as cube root. Suppose this was not a cube root, suppose this was let's say 2 by 7. It was 2 by 7 suppose, okay. So it will be 7th root of 2 to the power 2. See, the numerator goes to the power of the base and the denominator comes in the v of the root, okay. That means it is the 7th root. 7th root. Like there is square root, there is cube root. See, in square root we don't give 2 over here, okay. We just leave it blank. You can give 2 also, no problem, but it's not actually given, okay. That is the meaning of this, okay. Now from this one I can also write square root of any number can be written as that number to the power half, because over here there is an invisible 2. So any number you can take the square root. Suppose root over a, it can be written as a to the power half. Suppose it's a cube root, okay, so it will be a to the power 3, a to the power 1 by 3, sorry, not 3, a to the power 1 by 3, okay. Then it will be a to the power 1 by 3, okay. If you take 50th root, if you take 50th root, okay, then it will be a to the power 1 by 50, okay, like that. It will go on like that, okay. So these are the all over the laws of exponents that we will be using in this chapter, okay. Let's take 2-3 sums so that we can get a demo how to do this type of sums. Let's take I am taking number 2 part 4, 2 part 4, okay. 2 part 4 it's given 125 whole to the power minus 1 by 3, okay. 125 whole to the power minus 1 by 3. These I have to simplify, okay. I have to simplify this thing. I have to find the value of this thing. How to find it? It's actually very easy. First you have to factorize 125. See, 125 is not a prime number, okay. You have to see, you have to look for which is a prime number and which is not. 125 is obviously not a prime number, so you have to factorize 125. If you factorize 125, it will go with 5, 25, then again 5, again 5, okay. So that means 125 is equal to 5 cube. So I can write 125 as 5 cube. So this thing can be written as, so this whole thing can be, I'm just showing it over here, this whole thing can be written as 125, that means 5 cube. This 125 I am writing as 5 cube, and this minus 1 by 3 is intact, minus 1 by 3. Now as we know, using this number 5th formula, we know that if there is a power inside of the bracket and outside of the bracket, they both get multiplied to each other. See, 3 and minus 3 will then get multiplied with each other. So 5 to the power minus 1 by 3 into 3. See, 1 by 3 into 3, the 3 and 3 gone, so only minus 1 is remaining. So 5 to the power minus 1, okay. 5 to the power minus 1 is the answer. Now still it's not the answer. See, over here there is a formula number 3, a to the power minus n equal to 1 by a to the power n. So from here I can say that a to the power minus 1 equal to 1 by a to the power 1, that means a. I have just shown you, just previously I shown you that any number to the power it's negative 1, okay, it is actually the reciprocal of that number. So 5 to the power minus 1, it's actually nothing but 1 by 5, okay, it's actually nothing but 1 by 5, and this will be our final answer, okay. So the answer for this question is 1 by 5, okay, because it's 5 to the power minus 1. Suppose it was 5 to the power minus 2, 5 to the power minus 2. So what we have done, we would have done that 1 by 5 to the power 2. So because of the negative sign, this thing becomes a reciprocal, but the power remains the same, okay. See, 2 has become 2, just the minus has been removed by doing the reciprocal of this thing, doing the reciprocal of 5, okay. Now 1 by 5 square is 1 by 25, okay. See, this much easy, but this is not the case. The actual case is this one, so we have solved it like that. The answer will be 1 by 5. Next, this sum is done. Let's take 3 part 3. Let's take 3 part 3. Let's take 3 part 3. The 3 part 3 sums, the 3 part 3 sum looks like 11 to the power 1 by 2 divided by 11 to the power 1 by 4, okay. 11 to the power 1 by 2 divided by 11 to the power 1 by 4. Then this is the sum that we will be doing, okay. So the straight away you can match this with this formula. See, this formula you can match the sum with, okay. See, a to the power m divided by a to the power n. See, what is a? A is 11. See, bases are same, 11 and 11, both the base are same. This thing is known as the base, this thing is known as the exponent. We all know, we all have the idea. See, a to the power b, so a is the base, b is the exponent, okay. Or you can say power, or you can say index, okay. There are many names actually, okay. So we know this one. So because of the same base, what will be there? This formula will be applied, a to the power m by a to the power n equal to a to the power m minus n. That means the upper number, the numerator minus the denominator. That means the power of the numerator minus the power of the denominator. See, then we will write the single base 11c, a to the power m by divided by a to the power n is equal to a to the power m minus n. So 11 to the power, what is m over here? M is half. So 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4. This is happening in the power actually. Okay, then we will take the LCM on the of the power 11 to the power. Over here I can take the LCM of 4. Then it will be 2 minus 1. Okay, 2 minus 1. Then again it will be 1, I think. So 2 minus 1 is actually 1. So the answer will be 11 to the power 1 by 4. Okay, this will be our answer. Or you can also shape it in the form, see this one, as I have said. See that this is the m, this is the n actually. See, you can see this formula, a to the power m by n. This n becomes actually the root and m is actually 1. Okay, so I can also write this as this one. See, it is how much root? It is the 4th root. See, 4 is there. So it is the 4th root. I am putting 4 over here, but over here I am putting 11 to the power 1. Now see, any number to the power it's 1 power, it is actually that number only. So the answer will be like that only. Okay, the answer will be like that only. You can keep the answer both in this one or this one. Anything is possible. Okay, so today up to this, so we have completed this chapter, the whole number systems. On the next day we will move on to a new chapter. Okay, thank you.